Hey everyone, welcome to ACEverything. My name is Squid. Today we actually had an unboxing video on tap for you guys. Unfortunately, the Tokyo Trobe is delayed till tomorrow, I think. If you don't know anything about Tokyo Trobe, it's a small $12 subscription box. It comes every month. Depends on the type of box. They have like 4 of them. I got the mini box, which comes to 4 to 6 different items, and a t-shirt could be featured. But we also had an unboxing that was supposed to come last Saturday. Unfortunately, that package just got delivered today, and something big came up yesterday that I felt I had to respond to. I wasn't going to originally, because I don't really have much of a presence here. I have like 36 subscribers, maybe average 20 views per video, but with what happened, it kind of pertains a lot to some of the things I've gone through in my life, so it kind of came down to a necessity that I felt I absolutely had to respond to it. Now, what we had come today was a pretty decent, but probably on the cheaper side of guitars. It's a Squier Affinity Strat, not bad at all. It's going to be used as a tool to bring you guys more content in the coming weeks. I won't expose exactly what's coming, but by now you've probably heard about what happened with Logan Paul in the Japanese suicide forest. Now, I've been, contemplating this, figuring out exactly what to say, because I wouldn't say suicide directly has affected my life, but the mental illness that leads to suicide has affected my life. I went through a long period between the ages of 15 and 17 where I was fairly depressed, and honestly, it's not gone away. Depression is a very serious mental illness that doesn't really just go away. It's going to probably last my entire life, and it's something that I have to deal with every day. It's just about learning how to live with it and not letting it pull you down too far to where you can enjoy every day of your life comfortably and not be held down by something like that. That is very difficult, I will say. It is very difficult to avoid letting depression hold you back because it's a very serious thing. It makes you not want to get out of bed. Basically, you lose all motivation, and at times you lose all feeling. Suicide is a serious thing. The description box below, I'm gonna include the number for the National Suicide Hotline. So if any of you are suffering any type of issue like this, you can get the proper help, because it's, maybe it's not going to solve your problem altogether, but it's a really good way to talk to someone, and they're going to listen to you, and they'll give you feedback and they'll talk to you. So it's a really good way to feel a little bit free, but also be able to get in touch with someone and talk. So I'll definitely leave that in the description below. Now, honestly, obviously, I haven't built a very good reputation at all because I'm small. I average like 20 views per video, maybe. Hell, the last two have probably added up to 20 altogether, which is pretty sad, but I do it because it's therapeutic for me. That's why I started doing this, and that's why I continue to do this. I've been doing YouTube probably on and off for 3 years, and we've been very consistent in the last month and a half, 2 months, and it's been a lot of fun to bring you guys steady content like this, and it's going to continue, which, by the way, I'm back from break, so expect videos, at least 2 to 3 videos per week, as it has been the run of the mill for the past 3 weeks. As you know, I'm not going to include any footage from the vlog. It was taken down off of YouTube. I've seen other YouTubers respond to it, and they've shown footage. I'm not going to, because I thought it was disrespectful for it to even be filmed in the first place. So why would I then include it in my response video? That doesn't make any sense. No disrespect to those that did include it in their response, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense that you're disgusted by something that Logan Paul did, but then you do basically the same exact thing and include it in your video. I understand wanting to show exactly why you're disgusted, but you got to have a good level of respect for what happened. Now, I'm not going to really criticize Logan Paul too much in terms of hitting him hard for his reaction when he saw the body or something. See, the thing is, when he was in the suicide forest, which you could argue that he probably shouldn't have been there, and you probably shouldn't have, and if you're going to be there, have a level of respect. Probably don't film it. And if you're going to film it, if you see a body, turn away. I understand if you're shocked or something, and that was kind of his excuse when he apologized. I was too shocked, I just kind of did whatever. I get that, but that's not really an excuse. If you saw something like that, call the police, leave. Leave the area, put your camera down, turn it off, do whatever you gotta do. Don't film it. Because you don't know if that person would have wanted his body filmed. Odds are he probably didn't. And it wasn't your business to film it in the first place. And I'm not going to go over the whole clickbait situation and all that. All I got to say is he included a picture of the body in the thumbnail. So, I'll leave it to you to figure out if you think that that's clickbait or not. I would, I'm not going to give my opinion because I know people aren't going to like it. And honestly, if I had to guess, this video is probably not going to be very liked by my audience or any of Logan Paul's audience that might catch this or whatever. Now, I'm not going to lie, Logan Paul is a very disruptive person on YouTube to begin with. And you can blame PewDiePie all you want for the whole adpocalypse situation. He probably is responsible, but Jesus, if it's going to happen again, it might be these two that cause it. Logan and Jake, they both have a lot of issues. They need to mature. I'm no older than them. They're 20 years old. I'm going to be 21 in 9 days. I might be older than them. I'm not sure. But, I mean, that's just no excuse, really. It comes down to being a good person and understanding that this is not how you behave. You don't film a dead body, someone that killed himself. Especially in that much detail. He didn't even try to blur it out. I'm not going to talk about his reaction. I mean, everyone has a different way of coping with situations and, how they see things. I won't lie, he was laughing a little bit, but, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just how he reacts in an uncomfortable situation. I have anxiety. Sometimes I do similar things in very stressful situations. But it's just a situation of, he obviously knew that that was a dead body, or at least thought it might be, so you shouldn't have filmed it. That's really the simple situation. And let's say, you did film it and everything, and you got through the process. If you saw, you obviously found out that it was a dead body during the filming process, don't post it. Don't post it to YouTube. If you find out it's a dead body and everything, and you're like, okay, maybe I filmed it, just don't post it to YouTube. Because at that point, it's just making you look like you're just trying to get views and subscribers. I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Because you had all these junctions where you had the opportunity to say, oh, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this, but you still did it. Suicide is not a joke. I'm not saying you think it is a joke, but just don't post it. It just didn't make any sense. Why would you... You obviously knew it was a bad situation and you shouldn't have done it. You apologize afterwards. I'm not going to go into the apology. I would say he definitely could have phrased it a little bit better. To a degree, he didn't really sound all that sorry. But, you know where this was going to take you. There's no way you could have thought that this would have been acceptable. There's no way. There's no way in hell. Nobody ever would have thought this would be acceptable. It's a man that's dead. Somebody died. And you filmed it and put it on YouTube. It just shouldn't have been put on YouTube. I'm not saying you did it for views, but you made yourself look that way. That's what you wanted. And that's not good. That's a problem. And I think there's been like 10, 11 YouTubers that I've seen that have made a response to this. Obviously, I didn't have to. I'm not big enough that people are going to be looking for mine, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because it's something that has affected my life. There was a period of time where I was very depressed and went through some hard times and came very close to killing myself. It is a very difficult thing. Mental illness is not a joke. People underestimate it. It's a very serious thing that people deal with every day of their lives. A lot of people deal with it every day of their lives, and it's not going to end. So, doing something like this just shines sort of a bad light on the situation. And I'll give him one thing. He did kind of include information on a national suicide hotline, so give him that. But that doesn't solve everything. That doesn't make you less guilty for what you did. You shouldn't have filmed it. It just comes down to that. And even, like I said, even if you filmed it, and you're like, okay, Maybe I filmed it, but I still have you still have the opportunity to get rid of it, right? You can edit it out. Or just not post the vlog at all. I mean, life's not going to end if you don't post a vlog one day. It's not. And it's not going to end if you have to vlog it over again. And I've seen a lot of his fans arguing, well, he wasn't going in there for that. He was looking for ghosts. That's all great and good, whatever. Okay, cool. You know, cool. Ghosts are awesome. I mean, it's very interesting. The whole paranormal situation is very interesting. But you filmed, that doesn't mean you still didn't have to film it. Doesn't matter if you went in there looking for it. You saw it. You know what the protocol is. Don't film it. And don't post it. Let's say you filmed it and everything. You still didn't have to post it. It just comes down to you had too many junctions where you could have made the decision, let's not do this. But you still did it. So, sorry. I mean, you've definitely made YouTubers look bad in the past, but this is the worst. This is horrible. And I'm not trying to say, like, you're to blame for all YouTube's problems, because that's not the situation. There's many people. And it just comes down to the advertisers doing what they're doing. So it doesn't even matter. But, again, this doesn't exactly make the platform look good at all. And it makes it harder for smaller YouTubers like me or just anybody to come up and, you know, make it. You know, I'm not saying I want to make a living doing this, but if I could, I would love to. Because I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. And when you do stuff like this, you kind of make it impossible. But that's about the end of my rant, I would say, for today. Really a sad day for humanity altogether. I'm not saying he's a horrible person, like he's the worst person on earth or anything. He's not. But, dude, I mean, there are so many opportunities where you could have just not done this, and you just did it. So I'm sorry. You're not looking good here. And there's not any excuse I can make for you. And there's not an excuse that anybody's going to make for you except your fans, maybe. And I'm sorry if I've angered his platform or angered his fans. Most likely they're not going to look at this anyway. But I'm sorry if I did. But this is just the reality of the situation. He acted immature. He acted stupid. He shouldn't have done it. Sorry. That's just reality. So anyway, I'm not sure what we got coming up. We were going to talk about sort of the situation with kind of the NFL teams firing their coaches and who could replace them and stuff like that. I think I'm going to hold that off for a couple days. And we should have an unboxing for Tokyo Trope maybe tomorrow, sometime this week for sure. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Please, please, if you are feeling depressed, suicidal, or anything like that, I'm going to leave the suicide hotline number down below. Call them, talk to them, do whatever you got to do. Think about your family. Just don't do it. And don't ever make jokes about suicide either. There have been jokes way before this about suicide made on YouTube. A particularly famous case that I'm not going to go into. But it's times like this where you wonder, is humanity so good? Maybe not. But hope you have a great rest of your day. Like and subscribe and look into the social media. Thanks for viewing AC Everything.